I think at RTS from the very beginning, RTS was founded in 1966. It was founded by people that were influenced by Westminster Seminary. Westminster Seminary had led the fight against theological liberalism in the Northern Presbyterian Church, and they brought with them a lot of the convictions that came out of that Northern Presbyterian movement. But they also brought a lot of the influence of the haystack prayer meeting and what we've been talking about at Old Princeton. And so there was always a missionary society at RTS. There still is today. And one of the purposes of that society is to make sure and keep those challenges before our students every year. And I do think, if I could do an illustration from another field, I was talking with a man who's been very influential in the area of faith and work. Faith and work is a popular thing to talk about over the last 30 years, to talk about how to lay people bring their faith to bear in their vocational life. And that's an important and a good thing. But I was talking with this man and said, do you think that the emphasis on faith and work that we've seen in the last 30 years has led a lot of people not to consider the ministry because they're trying to figure out how to be a Christian in their vocation? And he said, absolutely, it's been an overcorrection. We need to have a definite call being issued from the pulpit, challenging people to consider the call of God in the work of ministry. I think it's the same thing with missionaries. There is an extra thing that has to happen for you to be willing to be unplanted from where you are and then to go in another place. And without the challenge to do that, or to at least consider that and think about that and pray about that and examine your own heart, I think there are a lot of people that will never ever think about it. I was touched by my own son commenting to me. My son went on his first, he's a seminary student, he went on his first short-term missionary trip to South Africa and was profoundly impacted by that experience. And then he came back, and at the next missions conference at the church, he said, Dad, I've never thought that I needed to consider working abroad. And the missions conference made me think about that. And number one, I was convicted, boy, I've been a lousy father never to put that in front of you in a way that you felt you had to think through that. But then secondly, so thankful that the preaching at the church, that the preaching of the missionaries, that there was a clear call to him to consider that. So I think, yes, I think we have to put that in front of people, or else they'll never ever consider what is involved in that. And no doubt that has been used over the course of Presbyterian history to get people to consider what they're to do for the Lord, what they're called to, what they're gifted in, and what sacrifices they need to be prepared to make.